Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Second and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And right side, Henry's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They're going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Completion, 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd down, run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
It's third down.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quick. And forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. Work off the 5 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
Oh, now some over-eagerness to try and block this. And it might turn into a first down. So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Desmond King back deep. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Eckler. And shutting him off, now open field. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll get the this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Out of the gun, Herbert. Ripping right into Allen, that's complete. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. Henry's got it out on the left side. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Chiefs.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 10 at the 29.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Austin Eckler.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. in the air, intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's going to be good for Chargers' 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The 50-yard
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
This one into the hands of Burton.
complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the
Well, that
first
certainly
down.
has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Sanders for the extra point.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. On Travis Kelce, unable to pull it in. And it's 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Room here to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
And this is recovered by the Chargers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over where the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
They're on 45-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Will find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now it's Mahomes again. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
A 36-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Chiefs are going to get him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep, and it's caught inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Mahomes going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
It's Eckler again. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Another nice move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards in the play.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And they jumped.
Here's Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. And then it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Chargers 28, Chiefs 20.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Close to a first down at the Chargers' 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Pollard, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Number 28.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught Kelsey, left side. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. For Edwards-Helaire. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And Mahomes going to keep it himself. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the 1st down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker.
A 28-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Chiefs, the win pushes their record now to 11-2.